Sir, I rise to present the budget for the year 2002-2003. The year 2001, the first year of the millennium, was a very of many tragic events. It started with the Gujarat earthquake on January 26 and ended with the terrorist attack on our parliament on December 13, punctuated by the September 11 incident in the United States and the October I outrage in Srinagar. I salute the brave members of our security forces who defended this parliament and made the supreme sacrifice on the economic front too. It has been a difficult year. World economic growth is estimated to have slowed down to 2.4% in 2001 after 7 consecutive years of higher growth. International terror and the global economic slowdown have been the saddest feature of the past year. Despite the hostile economic and security environment, the economy has performed relatively well this year after irregular monsoon in the previous 2 years. An agricultural recovery was enabled by a relatively well distributed monsoon this year. Economic growth this year is expected to be about 5.4%, higher growth being constrained by the industrial slowdown. The basic fundamentals of the economy remain strong. Inflation has fallen to a record low of 1.1%. Foreign exchange reserves have crossed US dollar 50 billion and our food stocks have risen to almost 60 million tons. The fall in petroleum prices has provided further relief to the economy as a whole. While the country is economically secure, there are still many challenges facing us. These have been described in detail in the economic survey presented to this House on February 26. My effort is to devise a budget strategy to meet these challenges. In my last budget, I had laid out a comprehensive agenda of the second generation economic reforms. I had also defended tax reforms aimed at providing a modern tax regime. My aim this year is to consolidate and implement these policies at all levels. I propose to take this process further at the state level through a strategy of reform linked public funding. The implementation of the announcements made in the last budget has been closely monitored throughout the year. I started the practice last year to submit to Parliament an action taken report on the previous year's budget. Accordingly, I am presenting a detailed ATR on last year's budget announcements. Some of the highlights are deregulation of controls on agricultural commodities, progress towards decontrol of sugar, substantial reduction in the span of price control of drugs, decision to amend existing legislation governing revival and widening up of companies, along with abolition of SICA, substantial progress in privatization, progress in the implementation of expenditure reforms, Commission's recommendations and announcement of VRS for surplus government employees. These decisions demonstrate the resolve of this government to carry forward the process of economic reforms and to ensure that the benefits reach the common man. This will require improved implementation and governance. We shall put in place measures to effect improvement in these areas with the objective of eliminating poverty and improving the quality of life of our citizens. Having achieved great success with the Green Revolution and then the White Revolution, the country is now ready for its third revolution of agricultural diversification and food processing. This requires policy changes, a renewed thrust on agricultural research and extension, and a new climate that encourages much greater investment in both the public and private sectors. Removal of the remaining regulatory and still exit and improve rural infrastructure is essential for this new revolution. Freedom to the farmer, Kisan ki Azadi, is the overreaching goal of our policy. Even though agriculture is a state subject, there are a number of central government policies that influence this sector. The government has revised the operation of the Essential Commodities Act 1955.